Mogul Motivation, educating and empowering entrepreneurs 1 week at a time. Presented by True Stories Media. And I am your host, Antoine Twiz Taylor. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Mogul Motivation. Welcome back. I'm so happy that you are here and listening. If this is your first time listening, this podcast is for the aspiring entrepreneur who is trying to get over that hump, make things happen. This podcast is for anybody with a dream that wants to aspire higher and accomplish that dream. This is episode 150. So even if you're not an entrepreneur, I don't want you to feel excluded. This podcast is for you because you can train your mind to think like an entrepreneur. And I only ask for two things. Number one, if you find anything beneficial in this podcast, please pass it on to somebody else who may benefit from it as well. And number two, please leave a review. Let me know what you would like to hear in the content. Let me know what you love about the content. For the past few weeks, we've been in an unofficial mountain series. A couple weeks ago, we talked about mountaintop missions, about how you are the one that's ordained. You are the one that's chosen to climb this mountain and to do this incredible feat, to build this incredible business, to reach that impossible position that nobody thought can be achieved. Last week, we talked about how you have to stay in your lane as you're climbing that mountain. You can't follow in other people's footsteps the entire way up. You have to create your own lane and follow your own path and do what you have to do and follow your skills and your passions to the top. This week, we're gonna talk about the valley though. So like when you get to the mountaintop, ladies and gentlemen, now you have the pretty view. Now you're at the top, is nothing else to accomplish. You feel that you have overcome all of your hardships. You had a great season in your business. You just got promoted in your job. You just graduated. You just passed that test. Whenever we accomplish one of our goals, we're on cloud nine. We're at the mountaintop because we've overcome a lot of hardship. We persevered through everything that we had to persevere through. You accomplished your sale goals. You took your business to the next level. Everything is going great. But see, what we fail to realize is when we're at the mountaintop, that's when the wind gets the strongest. When you're at the mountaintop, it's cold and it's windy. The wind is a lot stronger than it is when you're at the middle of the mountain or at the bottom of the mountain because you're at the peak. So therefore, the winds are going to be stronger. The storms are going to rage even harder than ever before. Whenever you accomplish a goal or a great feat, whenever you take your business to the next level, whenever you finally finish that book, whenever you pass that test, whenever you get that promotion, it's always going to be 10 times more problems after that. So even though we're on cloud nine right now, it's more drama to come. It's more problems to come. And sometimes, no matter how strong we are, those strong winds they're going to knock us off the mountaintop. We might fall at the middle of the mountain or we might fall all the way down at the valley. And that's what we're going to talk about this week. What happens when you're on cloud nine in your business, in your career, and those winds push you out the mountaintop and you land in the valley? Now what? We didn't work this hard. We done invested this much money, this much time, this much energy to get to the mountaintop. And now we're back at the bottom. Now we got to start back at square one. How demoralizing is that? How depressing can that be when you put your heart and soul in your business? You did everything you can do, and now you got to start over. Because you got sued, or because some of your equipment got damaged, or because this or that, because your car broke down, or, whatever it may be that's going on in your business or your career right now, whatever it is that landed you down at that valley, it's going to be frustrating. You're going to be angry. And I don't blame you because I landed in the valley many times. After all that work I done put in, after all those late nights, all those early mornings, after some of those sleepless nights, after all those overdraft fees, negative bank accounts, all those days when I didn't know how I was going to get a car, all those days I didn't know how I was going to eat, seeing my family struggle, seeing my mom struggle. I've been in the valley many times, especially after being at the mountaintop. It's frustrating, and you should be frustrated. There's nothing wrong with being frustrated. But here's the plot twist, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we was at the mountaintop. Yes, we did all that work to get to the top. And unfortunately, the wind knocked us off the top, and we landed in the valley. Here's the plot twist. Fruit is planted and harvested in the valley. You can't plant fruit on the mountain. It's impossible to grow anything on a mountain. But you can grow it in the valley where the grass is. You can do it there. Ladies and gentlemen, the fruit that we bear is grown in the valley. All those dreams that you accumulated, all those skills you accumulated, that passion that burns deep inside your soul, all of that came from the valley. You didn't get that on a mountain. You was able to climb the mountain because of the fruit. So even though we got knocked off the top and we landed in the valley, that's what a fruit is. So we have to remember everything that we harvested, everything that we grew while we was in the valley in the first place. And while we're in the valley now, we're going to grow more fruit. We're going to become more fruitful. We're going to become more motivated. So even though your business took a hit, even though something bad is going on in your career, just remember the gifts and the skills that you had in the first place to get to that point, to get to the mountaintop. You've been here before. So it's not a defeat. It's a small setback, yeah, but you've been here before because you still had the fruit that you started with, and you're going to grow more fruit. You're going to get more skills. You're going to gain more business knowledge. You're going to gain more strengths. You're going to make better connections. You're going to get better while you're in the valley. The valley isn't there to defeat you. The valley is there to equip you, to give you more tools to get back to the mountaintop and to go to another mountain range. That's what happens when the wind knocks us off the mountaintop, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want you to be discouraged. I don't want you to feel defeated. I don't want you to feel angry. You could be angry, actually, but I don't want you to stay angry. I want you to train your mind, activate that mogulism in your veins, and get back to work. Start sharpening your skills again. Start honing your passion. Start doing everything that you did in the beginning of this journey to get your business off the ground. Because you're going to get back to the mountaintop. And in fact, since you've been to the mountaintop before, you're going to get to the top even faster. How many millionaires and billionaires have we heard tell stories about them going bankrupt, then them losing lots and lots of money or lots of assets and lots of success only to get it back twofold? That's not cliche, that's real. The poet Rudyard Kipling says it this way: if you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss and lose and start again at your beginnings and never breathe a word about your loss. He's saying that sometimes we're going to take losses. Sometimes we're going to take setbacks, but those setbacks don't define us unless we let them. Yeah, you can stay in the valley. You can pitch a tent. You can stay there. You can lose your business. You can get demoted. You can have all this hardship in your career, and you can stay in the valley if you choose to, but you don't have to. You can get back to the mountaintop. You can rise again. You can be successful again. Everything that you lost, whether it's money, assets, anything, as long as it's not your life, you can get it back. You only got one life. So since we only have one life, everything that we lose, we have to take full advantage to get it back and to get more and get more and get more. And then we have to teach others how to grow fruit, how to harvest their fruit, their skills, their passion, so they can get to their mountaintop. That's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. So when you get to the top and the wind knocks you down, I don't want you to be discouraged. I don't want you to feel like you're a failure if you end up in the valley, because we all started in the valley anyway. It's not over. It's just a reset button. And we're going to get back to the top. So let's continue to work. Let's continue to imagine reality. And never forget, whether we're in the valley or the mountaintop, we're still in control of our journey. We're still in control of our business and our careers. That's my message this morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'll talk to you next week.